Let's see who's going to be first today. Let's see who's going to go. Is it going to be Janet and her heart, or who's going to be first? And remember, it's based on uh, who comes on first. Oh, it's Jacqueline Bernacio. Hola and buenas noches to you, Jacqueline. Hello, hello, Helen. Marjorie has returned back to Savannah. Good evening. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Linda Kelly. Good to see you. Hello, Gloria. Good to see you, Joyce. Jean Coleman. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Howard Spiver. Good evening, sir. And I know I owe you a phone call. It's been a little bananas. And there is Janet with my heart. I take it and I give it back to you. Good to see you as well. Thank you for joining us. Who else? Let's see. Hey, Joe. How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well. And David, the cookies were absolutely outstanding. We had a great time with the cookies. Hey, Lily, thank you for joining us. Alan, good to see you, sir. Thank you. Minister Chanel, good evening to you. Good, good. Sharon is giving us greetings from Midway. Good to see her on. Hello, Helen. Joyce Paris is with us every single Friday night. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get Joyce Paris on the show so y'all can see who she is. I think she's on every single. Have you missed any, Joyce? I'm not sure that you've missed many. You've been riding with me the entire time. Good to see Dolores on with us as well. Um, Good to see you. And JT is on. Hello from California. It's raining in Southern California right now, right? Um, so that's pretty cool. Um, Helen, good evening Friday night. Um, Lorenzo, what are you talking about? Yeah, somebody carved a watermelon that had the city of Savannah we used for an event, and so I had the watermelon. What are you talking about? It represents a piece of fruit that we ate, and we enjoyed that watermelon immensely. So, um, you know, don't take yourself so seriously, man. Hey, Jacqueline Tomlin, thank you for joining us. Shirley is in North Carolina. What part of North Carolina you're in? Good to see Aunt Ollie on with us. Blessings to you. Patricia, hello. Thank you. Good to see you. Iron Bull, good to see you as well. Carolyn is on with us. Jody, hey Jody, hope you're doing well. Anika is on. Happy Friday, Anika, as well. Lane, Lane, we were talking about you today, and I've heard some more lies. Somebody's lying on you, so we have to follow up on that. But they're telling some lies on you. They blaming you for some stuff. Um, and JT says it is raining all in California. Well, it's raining in Savannah too. Crystal Creations, who had the chance to meet, good to see you as well. Yeah, Lorenzo, Lorenzo, there's nothing to it. If you look at the front of the watermelon, it says they carved it with our logo, and so we used that for an event that we had the night before, and it was carved so nicely with the Savannah logo, we kept it. And so I used it as a prop at my press conference. And like I said, it was delicious. We loved it, and I think Linda Wilder Bryan took the rest of it. Hey, Sarah Stevens, Liberty City's finest, Liberty County's finest. Good to see you. Coach Cassell Bell from Jacksonville, Florida. Good to see you, Coach. I hope you're doing well, taking care of yourself. Snowy is on with us. Monica Wilson is on. The Monica Wilson. Joe says it never rains in Southern California. Joe, they tell me it might be cold on the East Coast, but on the other side of town, it never rains. And hey, check this out. I heard that Tony with Raphael Sadiq is going to do a reunion concert, and I'm trying to get them right here in Savannah. So that will be a hot concert. I'm telling you. Uh, hey, Big E. Man, Big E. Shoot, man. Savannah bred, one of the funniest dudes you ever want to see. He's funny when he ain't even trying to be funny. But good to see you, Big E. Hope you're doing well. As well. Pamela Simpson is on with us. Holly, good to see you, Holly. Thank you for joining us. Bryce is on. Hello, Bryce. I am doing well. Good to see Joya on. but I did not see Richard on. Let's see what's going on here. Wait a minute. I got Joya, and then we got Shirley is on. Okay, so Shirley is near Wilson, North Carolina. Okay, there go Richard. Okay, all right, all right. Everything is cool in the Dinkins household. You know, I just usually get them right back to back on different devices. Why can't y'all just use one device and just kind of, you know, be booed up? Lakeista is on. Hello as well. And Patricia is telling us hello as well as Gloria. And Eric, I'm gonna leave you alone. Eric, just Eric, don't come. Eric, don't come here with your comedy tonight. All right. So I want you to be nice. All right, Eric, I want you to be nice. Good to see you, Dr. Horn. Great to see you. Thank you for all that you do. Good to see Jen Davenport on. Mother of one of my most favorite people in the world, Edna. Good to see you as well. Barbara Dolores is on. Happy Friday. Miss Phyllis has joined us. We're glad to have her on as well. Eric, of course, I see you. I see you. Faye Law is on with us. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Catherine is on as well. And let's see what else. What else? No, Big E does not need to be the host of this. Man, no, 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 no. We're gonna send them over to the front porch. Let them be over there with you. Georgette is on, but we're really looking for Miss Charlotte, and I have not seen her yet. And Iron Bull, you did email me about the information, and so you know we'll see what we can do. Lita, good to see Condoleezza Coleman on with us today. Thank you for your umbrella. It got me through a rainy morning, and I'm hoping that they gave you back your umbrella. I send it back to you as well. Yes, yes, yes. Now, Big E could, now you could host Tony. Now, I would be in favor of that. Bryce is on. I'm watching from Athens, so we're glad that you're there from the home of the national champions. Margie, hello. Thank you for joining us as well. Daniel wants to know why civil court cases are taking 4 to 6 months for the judges to make a decision after the final judgment hearing. Seems like they should be hiring Daniel. I have no idea. The city of Savannah is not over the courts. So I do not know, but you can ask a judge or even your county commissioner. I don't know anything about the courts. Um, you know, I don't know why it takes 4 to 6 months to make a decision. Good to see you, the legend himself, Larry Gator Rivers. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Good to see Mama Marsha on. Um, Good to see you as well. Latasha, hello. I am doing well. Thank you for joining us. Jacqueline Stokes is on with us. Gloria is on with us. Kathy is on with us. Um, and Barbara Kaufman, good to see you. Hope that hubby is doing better. You have stayed in our thoughts and our prayers. Jose, good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Anthony, thank you. It is a great decision for Savannah. As you remember, I started it during COVID, so now it is permanent, and we'll see how it goes. Richard reports that him and Joy are booed up, so we're happy about that. Molly is on. Happy Friday, and Molly, I'm messed up for tomorrow. I'm messed up, so I'll take care of what I need to take care of for soup it up. But I think I got myself caught up. But I'll tell you about that later. And yes, Helen and I will be talking about that. Daylight savings time begins this weekend, so you lose an hour, you spring up beginning at 2 o'clock a.m. Good to see Tabitha Lindquist. Tabitha just retired from being a master sergeant in the Air National Guard, and I want to send her some love. So y'all congratulate Tabitha on her retirement. Over 30 years of service to our country and our state. And so congratulations, Tabitha, for that. Good to see Crystal has shown up. So that's a good thing, Miss Barbara, as well. Kathy is on with us as well. Richard, right now, I need a generator now. You owe me this flashlight since like 1987. So just give me a generator. Um, and Faye says she's emailed me. Make sure I come to the Chatham Defects Easter Extravaganza. All right. You know, I don't mind a good extravaganza. Good to see you, Harry Thompson, my brother. Hope you're doing well. And Julia Carter is on, and y'all know we give Julia Carter love. I saw her today. I saw her today, so I had a chance to hug her for myself. So I'm gonna give her love out here anyway. So y'all show Miss Julia some love. You know, she lost a good friend of hers, and so wanted to give her some love. So y'all give Miss Julia Carter some love as well. Um, and Ivania says, um, "You think God? You gonna be? Oh wow! So Miss Ivania is 81 years old. So let's go ahead and give her some love as well. 81 years old. That is all right. Good to see you, Dennis. Thank you for joining us. Patty is coming on from Florida Space Coast. So great. Um, see, well, Howard actually is a very experienced trial lawyer, so he might be able to answer that question. Marjorie wants to know what my pen is. This is the City of Savannah pen for the mayor. And so this is my pen. So yes, good to see Talia on as well. Dennis says the audio is lost. Um, and I'm glad that your husband is getting better. Cynthia, hello. Um, Anika, our water is tested constantly. Anika, the difference is, and the benefit of the city of Savannah um, being the water provider, we are a utility ourselves, is that we own the water. We procure the water, we test the water, and actually the water in the city of Savannah is actually better than the water, bottled water, because we put fluoride in the water. So, yes, so we're good with that. Good to see you, Trey. Hope you're doing well. Antoinette, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And oh, there you go, Miss Charlotte. Good to see you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. I was asking the child where you were, so you're here. So I'm glad about that. Good to see LaMonica Graham, who serves us, particularly those of our citizens that are ruthless. Good to see you as well. Michelle, yeah, I got messed up. I really got messed up, I think. I might be able to work out of it, but it really involves um, something out of town that I'm not sure I'll be back in town for. But y'all can save me some soup. Hey, Faye, good to see you. Thank you as well. And Catherine told me, let's see, Savannah's 10 and under basketball team for winning the state championship. So congratulations. What is the name of the team? And congratulations to your grandson. Good to see Mark on. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Hey, Adriana Rojas. Hola. Hope you are doing well as well. Good to see Glenda Jones. I actually had a chance to see Glenda Jones this week, so that's pretty cool. And everybody's showing love to Tabitha. Um, and good to see Janine on. Hello. Um, and Dr. Patricia West is being studious. She brings us greetings from the Savannah State University where the alumni conference is underway. Please give them my regards. You know where I'm at. You know what happens on Fridays. Um, and so we're sending out love. We're sending out love. Good to see Monia from Ruin Thai. I ate there like 2 times last week. So good to see you as well. Christiana, get ready for the 17th on First Abercorn Square. Well, all right, get ready, get ready, get ready. And Jose says all of our service industry workers in Savannah are ready for St. Pat's. Good to see Sophia on. Vornice is on all the way from Washington State as well. Good to see Debbie Williams Walker, Debbie Williams Walker, Debbie Williams Walker. Good to see you, Ernestine. Thank you so much for joining us. Sharon Smith is on. Hey, Sharon. Kathy Boggs, blessings to you. Homa, hello. Marvin Perry, good to see you as well. Oh, Vornice was in Cancun, Mexico. I mean, you could just say you were busy. You didn't have to say I was in Cancun, Mexico. I mean, showing off, man. Why? I'm gonna get to Cancun, and I'm gonna still be on Friday Night Live. God bless you as well, Miss Charlotte. Mary Small, hello. And Howard says I could put a large campaign sign at your office. I will. Thank you. Um, and Sandra Smith is on, uh, and Rich Patel. We are getting ready. Uh, wow, it's good to see them Hayward girls. Tara St. Clair is on as well. Uh, Trey is at Savannah Pizza Company in Ridgeland. Um, so good to see you, and I hope you remain safe, sir. Ziza, checking in. Good to see you. Cheryl, hello. Bernice, good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it's Friday, and we are here again. We've made it 7 whole more days that we've been blessed to be able to come around uh, and make it and be together in each other's company. Again, this is Friday Night Live. This is Savannah's situationship, Savannah's relationship, Savannah's entanglement. So great to see everybody on as well. Good evening, Shirley Spears. Good to see Eva Favorite on. Good to see Dr. Thomas Sills, and happy anniversary. Has it been like 3 years already that you've been the pastor of First? I mean, kind of simple. So good to see you as well. Good to see Pastor William Eason. Thank you for joining us. Rebecca, I saw Rebecca at the Hyatt last Friday because it was Meg's 18th birthday. So happy birthday to Meg. And Ernestine, we have handled that issue about the bathrooms. You should be straight. And if it's not, you let me know personally. Lahoma, where you going? Don't, what do you mean have a blessed night? Well, we just getting started, Lahoma. Good to see Jackie as well. Hello, Micah P. Latrell. Thank you so much as well. Um, let's go ahead and let's get this started. So you know it's Friday. We want you to do what? We want you to like the page. We want you to like this page, like the page. We're at 35,000. We're trying to get to 40,000. Go ahead, like the page, like the page, like the page, like the page. Second thing we want you to do, share the page, share the page, share the page. We want you to share this page. We want you to share the program, this video. We know what this is all about, and we are not selfish with our love. And so please take the opportunity to go ahead and do that. The third thing I want you to do, if you would be so kind, of course, um, what I'm doing right now. Good to see my beautiful niece, Cheyenne. Good to see you, baby. As well, Kathy has joined us. Robert Small is on with us. Julia Dinkins is on with us. Audrey King, thank you, thank God, and thank Georgia Power. So those lights are on, so we're good as well. So we want you to I want you to go ahead and like that. Go ahead and like that page. And again, you know what we're doing. You know what we're doing. We're going back in hard. We don't want to leave any doubt whatsoever. And so we're asking you, if you feel so inclined, to go ahead and like that page as well so you can know about what we're doing in this chapter. Okay, so if you don't mind doing that, please go ahead and like that page as well. I appreciate it. Good to see Judy on. And then, of course, y'all are all jumping before me. You know it's Tara Strong, right? We show some love to our girl Tara, now 50 years old. And so we send love to her, and our prayers, and we know the prayer works. And so we are excited about that. So first thing I want to talk about tonight, and we'll talk about some things I want to talk about, then we'll talk about things you want to talk about. Of course, you lose an hour. Now, this can be sometimes my best and worst time of the year. I enjoy the fact that we are getting more sunlight. So we are going to move the clock at 2 a.m. from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. We lose an hour. Camila, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. So we lose an hour. Good to see you, Angela. Thank you for joining us. We lose an hour. And that's hard. When you wake up, it's just like, God dang. So make sure you move that. Make sure you get that done, okay? So we appreciate that. Christiana wants to know, am I drinking from the new to-go cup? Actually, I had the first cup, and so yes, I do. Good to see Pastor Bussy on with us as well, and Jaleesa. Hey, Jaleesa, hope you're doing well. So go ahead and do it. So go ahead and make sure, if I were you, do it before you go to bed on Saturday night. Good to see Dr. Ashley on. Good to see you, Dr. Ashley. Hope you're doing well as well. So go ahead and move your clock forward on Saturday. Go ahead and take care of that. And see, I'll be moving around, traveling a little bit on Saturday night, so this is going to be a little interesting. But go ahead and move the clock forward. As a result, and you all have, we've been around long enough, and I'll tell you about this in a minute, is that um, do we need to go back to 9 o'clock now? When this, because usually what we did was we were 8 o'clock, and then when the nights were longer, we moved back to 9 o'clock to kind of accommodate the daytime. So, y'all just let me know whether we're gonna move Friday Night Live, at least for the spring and summer months, to 9 o'clock rather than doing it at 8 o'clock. That gives you more of your daytime. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Oh, by the way, today, today is week number 155. 155. This is 1,087 days. For 2 years, 11 months, and 20 days, we've been doing this. We've been doing this for 35 months. And I believe right after next week, we will celebrate our 3rd-year anniversary. Every single Friday night for 155 weeks. For 3 years, we have been getting together every single Friday, and some of y'all have rolled with me every single Friday, and I am so appreciative. And we have to do something to get together because it's been real. So I'm trying to figure out whether we do it on a Friday night or we just do it on another night. So I'll let you know, but let me know, what y'all think we want to do. Good to see Keith on as well. Alan reports that Savannah is a place for a vacation getaway. Good to see the Honorable Linda Wilder Bryan, who serves us so well in District 3. Good to see the outstanding poet Tam Reeds. Good to see you. Thank you as well. And you could play 155. You could play straight, and you could play at box 155. All right. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And some of y'all have been there. Oh, Patty says she's never missed. So I'm gonna give you Patty some love. I know E. Joyce Paris. I don't think she's ever missed. If there's anybody else who's never missed, let me know. And don't lie, because the Lord knows. Okay, He knows. So if you missed, make sure you do that. So yeah, 155 weeks we've been doing this. Good to see Sunshine Tammy on as well. What a wonderful event. Um, Maybe that might be how it works. Well, we need to do something just to celebrate. And thank you, Barbara Kaufman has let us know the Women Ministry at St. John is having a community-wide mental health awareness workshop on Saturday, March the 25th from 8 to 1. Registration includes breakfast and lunch, and you're the chairperson. Well, Miss Barbara, I will tell you this. This is how we're going to do it. Miss Barbara, if there are, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So if there are 10 people from Friday Night Live who want to attend the mental health awareness, if you contact Barbara Kaufman, all right, I will sponsor you on behalf of Friday Night Live. So let's be clear about that. You have to be a Friday Night Liver, and you have to contact Barbara Kaufman. You have to inbox her and tell her you want to come and that you're going to come. And if you do, Ms. Barbara, you give me those 10 names, and I'm going to sponsor you where you can go for free, because mental health is important. And so here's an opportunity. But if you're not going to come, if you're not going to stay the whole time, then don't waste my time and my money. But go ahead and let Miss Barbara know, okay? And that's how we're gonna support that. All right. So let you know. Um, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Um, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Janice, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Shauna says, thank God it's Friday. I hope you're doing all right, Shauna. We're going to give Shauna some love as well as we remember uh, my big brother, Van Slice Kennedy. Vandalin is on with us as well. Jean is on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Linda stands with Van, and I stand with Linda. Thank you very much. So again, if it's 10 people, if it's 10 people, from Friday Night Live. You have to be a Friday Night Live, and you got to do this before I get off. You have to do it before I get off. I will sponsor up to 10 people that are on Friday Night Live, but you have to inbox Miss Barbara, and she'll tell us before I get off how many people did it, and that's the people I'm going to pay for. But I'm going to pay for it only if you're going to come. Again, mental health is important. So good to see you, Maxine Jones, as well. And Byron, good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. And see, Bernice wants to sponsor somebody. Faye says she's going to be in Brooklyn. Why are you going to be in Brooklyn, Faye? The Honorable Tina Day Broughton, councilwoman in Pensacola, Florida. Good to see you, ma'am. And Shauna says she's taking it a day at a time. I'm still going to give you some more love just because. So I wanted to talk about that. I also want to wish all of you, our women, International Women's Day, International Women's Month. Good to see, and I appreciate. I mean, God did a thing when He made women. He did a thing when He made women. He did an awesome thing as well. Good to see Mayor Larry Baker from Walt Towerville, Georgia. Good to see you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for joining us. And I have seen Bunny Wear all over today. I don't know about the ribbon cutting, Bunny. I think I have to go to a funeral, so I may not be able to make it, but inbox me. Lala has joined us as well. Lorena has joined us from Thunderbolt as well. Bernice is showing off. She's at the casino right now. I'm getting ready to block you, Bernice. All right, don't come on here. I'm at the casino. I'm in Mexico. All right, come on now. Come on. All right, so let me see. What else? Hey, Marianne. Good to see you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. Always good to see you. Catherine, you need to inbox Barbara Kaufman. Inbox her as well. Beverly Smiley Hall is on as well. And Kathy, yes, I mean, women are awesome, man. I mean, hey, Ermina, thank you for joining us. He did. Thank you, Lorena. I mean, he did an awesome thing when he made women. He created a creature that has been able to show significant strength and resiliency. Hey, Judy, inbox Barbara, inbox her, okay? But I mean, a strong woman is a phenomenal thing. There is no force on the earth, I think, that is stronger than a woman. And I salute you. I mean, every day should be Women's Day, particularly when you look at places where good to see you, Jay, where men should step up and we don't step up. I know when I go to schools and I go to PTA meetings and things, I mean, it's moms there. It's moms. I mean, there's some dads here and there. We salute dads that do that, but it's women, and I don't know how they're able to do some of the things that they do. The strength and resiliency by which they do. Good to see Rocket Robin McDaniel Beck from Kansas City, Missouri. Tia has joined us as well, Hampton Inn and Suites in Bluffton is having a ribbon cutting um, at May 8th at 9 a.m. You want to have me there. All right, I need you to contact my office and, you know, make sure everything, because that's in Bluffton, so South Carolina, and I'm the mayor of Savannah. I mean, I don't mind coming and celebrating with y'all, but I don't want no issues with y'all, Mayor. Though Lisa is a friend of mine, so let's make sure we good. If we good and she good, then if I'm here, I'll come by and check you out. Good to see you, Brenda. Thank you for joining us. But I mean, well, right, Kenneth, you're right. I mean, women in the church. I mean, women just do amazing things. Hey, Natalie, thank you for joining us as well. Hey, Miss Arlene, good to see you. I mean, they're just able to do so much and carry so much, and they can carry the burdens and the struggles of people, multiple people, all at the same time by dealing with their same things. I have an amazing mother. Um, I have an amazing mother, and the most amazing woman that I know. And I mean, I know y'all disagree because you should, but I remember growing up, my mother was a nurse. Good to see you, Pastor Charles Robeson, Kingdom Life Christian Fellowship. And we're all wishing a happy birthday to Terry Mobley on her 60th birthday. I didn't know whether you were going to show up today, but we'll go ahead. Everybody give Terry some love and wish her a happy birthday. But my mother was a nurse. She was a nurse in a nursing home. And at some point, she decided she wanted to go back to school. Oh, all right. So y'all gotta let me know. Okay, so sleep in Main Station, man. All right, let me know. But she decided, she was a nurse, and so my mother worked full time, worked at night full time, came home and went to school. She took a nap, went to school, and yet took care of a husband who was needy and four kids. And she went through, did a bachelor's degree in social work, then did a master's degree in social work, and then embarked on a career as a social worker, a licensed clinical social worker in the state of New York. And she did all of that while still managing a family, um, while taking care of her husband and making sure her four kids were taken care of. Um, and I never heard her complain. She just did it. And it happened that my mother and I were in college at the same time, and I'm tripping over the three classes I had, and I had no responsibilities. And yet she did, and she did it with grace, distinction, and so it makes me really appreciate it. So let me tell you, um, uh, teeny a day. I did that last week. I did that last week, dear. So I really, for the benefit of everybody else, I can send you what I talked about. But for us, it just reminded me of just, and then there are women out here, all of you. Good to see you, Michelle and um, Mr. Bill. Um, there are a lot of women, a lot of y'all on here that you, for years, have carried the weight of the world, of your community, of your family on your shoulders. Um, you were so busy helping everybody else's dreams to come true. You were so busy pouring into everybody and attending to their needs. And I'm sure that sometimes at the end of the day, there was nothing left for yourself. That your kids took from you, your husband took from you, your significant other took from you, your community, your job, your religious obligations, just pulling from you, and that you felt drained. You felt worn out. And maybe sometimes even resentful because You had given all that you could possibly give. And so I just want to take a moment to say, I think, the most important words in the dictionary, and that's thank you uh, for what you've done. Um, I can't buy you all flowers. If I could, I would. I can't send you out for a day on the spa. If I could, I would. But I certainly can thank you, even on behalf of some of us that don't have enough sense or enough gratefulness to thank you. And so I'm thanking you for what you've done. We don't necessarily know the sacrifices or the things you gave up or the things you neglected to do for yourself, the dreams you had to defer um, so that others could have. The days that you were tired, yet you got up anyway. The days that you carried the weight for the entire household. For those of you who were with sorry men, in which you were carrying their weight and his weight too, and never complained because it was more important for the entire unit. For those of you who carried the weight in our religious institutions, when men weren't necessarily there, you made sure that you did what you could to make sure that things happened the way that they happened. In schools and our PTA meetings and making sure that you were engaged. Um, Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, and I appreciate you um, for what you have done. And so, for those who don't have sense enough to appreciate you, I really want to tell you thank you for just being who you are, for doing what you do, doing how you do it. And, you know, I will tell you this that, you know, people may not see or understand, but I'm convinced that there's somebody who sees and understands and knows your struggles and appreciates what you do and strengthens you for what you do. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Now, I wanted to take the time to do that because um, I know that it must be difficult. I know I'm an all man by myself and I come home and I'm wiped out. That is why I don't have pets because the dog would die because I can't even remember to feed myself sometimes. So could you imagine all the things that you do and people, you know, you're working, you're in school, and you're engaged in a bunch of other things. So, you know, and then you're taking care of everybody else. So I know that the brothers on here understand it. So, you know, on behalf of the brothers, all of us, and I see some of the guys telling the ladies, thank you, 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 thank you. So next thing, St. Patrick's Day. That's what we do here in Savannah next Friday. Um, I got to figure that out because they got me running all over the place. But it's Friday Night Live, and I'm gonna figure it out because we're not gonna, you know, do that. So um, we'll see how that goes. But you know, we're not gonna let that go. So anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, so you know, we'll wear the green. I found out through Ancestry that I have like 2% Irish heritage, so I'm going to embrace my Irish heritage, and I'm gonna go down there and take my rightful place at St. Patrick's Day. Um, so let's see. Carol says tomorrow, 10 to 2. The Coastal Georgia Botanical Gardens and Savannah Tree Foundation will have over 500 trees to give away for free. 500 trees. You can come to the Botanical Gardens, which is at Canebrake Road and Highway 17, and get you a free tree and all sale plants and giveaway trees. So do that. All right. Um, Good to see Black's Tropical Homestead on as well. And so they're sending love to us, so we're sending love back. So, what do y'all want to talk about? Any questions that you have? This is where I open myself up and lay myself uh, to answer any questions that you might have. And so, um, hey, brother Keith, um, I think if God didn't make women, man would just be jacked up. So, um, Ernestine wants to know: do I know of someone from the parking department that goes in the downtown lanes um, between signs to be no parking? There's always cars parked in these lanes. I think we need to start towing them. So I'll check into it. Patty, good to see you as well. And Minister Chanel, go ahead and get your trees. And hopefully, blacks, go ahead and send something to the office, and let's see what we could do. If I can make it, you know I will come. Good to see Matthew on. Good to see you, sir. Um, but yeah, so any questions? Anything you have? Any questions you have about city business? All right, so Loto has shown up, and now in Loto's case, now Leroy is the one just carrying it all. I mean, he's just carrying it. Um, we salute Leroy for hanging in there. My brother, he just. Any questions? Anything you want to know about the city of Savannah? What's going on with the city of Savannah for 155 weeks? Here I am. Here I am. Ask your question, and if I know the answer, I'll tell you. If I don't, I'll get you the answer. And of course, if we have anything to do with it, then I don't have anything to do with it. Patricia, I was trying to come to Perry University tomorrow, but I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it again. I gotta go by funeral. Judy Nixon Johnson has joined us. Hey, Elise wants to know about upgrades for Evergreen Cemetery. We are moving through a slow legal process for what is called a friendly condemnation, in which the city will be able to acquire it. And so I understand that's still in the courts. But we're hoping to acquire that cemetery. Um, you know, people should not have to have their final resting places that are inaccessible. This is also personal to me because my grandparents and my aunt in Evergreen, I have not been able to visit their grave in probably 4 years, just because you can't access it because it's just the grass is too high. So um, the city does a magnificent job at maintaining the cemeteries that we own. Evergreen started out being um, a family-owned cemetery. Um, it was not perpetual care, and you got to be very careful when you're talking about cemeteries because perpetual care means when you pay for it, you pay more for the grave, but it means they take care of it forever. Evergreen was not that way, and so as a result, it became an issue. People cannot access the grave. There was issues with the property itself, and so that is an issue. Good to see Miss Sadie on with us. We're giving her some love, and she gives me 5 stars. I'm giving you a one big heart, Miss Sadie. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. So what do y'all want to do about next week? Um, okay, so it says been cleaned. I hope so. Yeah, thank you, Miss Phyllis. I appreciate that. Um, so, do y'all want to move it now? We have done this. We've moved Friday Night Live to 9 o'clock because it will be lighter. It'll still be light outside at 8 o'clock, and so that would give you some opportunity to do what you need to do and to get in the house. So, I mean, if y'all are okay with that, we can move next week to 9 p.m. And y'all just let me know what you think. And we can just do it 9 o'clock until time falls back. And when time falls back, we'll go back to 8 o'clock. So if that works for you, then we can do it. I just don't want y'all to be out enjoying the evening and then y'all show up. So Linda says 9. Janice says stay at 8. Let's see. What about doing it on Thursday nights? Thursday nights are really difficult for me just for a variety of reasons. We have council meetings on Thursday nights, so I'm here. I'm seeing some 1-9s. Again, we'll just do this until time falls back. When time goes back, then we'll just move it back to 8. But the goal is just to have more people to be able to be engaged. And if the weather is good and you're outside and you're out enjoying yourself, I don't want to turn around and make y'all come on back in at 8 o'clock just for me. So either way it goes, it's fine. I just want us to be together. I want the relationship to continue. That's what I want. So any questions? What do y'all have? What do y'all think? Anything in your mind? What do y'all think? What are questions? Tell me questions. Anything going on from the city that you want to know about? That is the purpose. And Carol concedes to the will of the family. And like I said, I promise you, we're gonna have an event. I'm gonna find a place for us to have an event. I have been running into, some of y'all came to my announcement. I appreciated you coming to my announcement. I've been running into people. I ran into somebody today at the cleaners, Friday Night Live, and y'all let me know y'all are down with Friday Night Live. So I appreciate that as well. And we also want you to like the page. We want you to like that page. Do me a favor, click on that page and click like or click follow. Richard says stay with 8. I hope that Joya says go with 9. And then because it's International Women's Month, we might have to go with Joya. So what about Sunday? And you can speak on how the weekend went. What happened Sunday? I don't know. I don't know. Wow. So Laura Renee has shown up. We have not seen her in quite some time in central Pennsylvania. So good to see you, Laura Renee. Thank you so much for joining us. I was beginning to wonder whether we had to send out a call, a welfare check for you, because I had not seen you on in quite a while. So I guess that you're on. So that's a good thing. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Any questions? Oh, Joya, come on. Oh, Joya. Joya says stay with 8. I know he made you do it. Joya, you run that household. So we will see. Like I said, next week is going to be hard because, like I said, this is St. Patrick's Day, St. Patrick's Night, and I will be all over the place. I'll be all over the place next week. It's gonna be a wild day. But I cannot let St. Patrick's Day get in the way of Friday Night Live. And Richard says not a house divided. Touche, my brother. Touche. Anything else? Well, St. Patrick's weekend, a lot of folks are going to be out here. If you're coming to hang out, come hang out. If you are not hanging out, not interested, don't come anywhere near downtown. We have extended the to-go cup zone all the way to Victory Drive just for St. Patrick's Day. So you can go ahead and do that. If you want to use your to-go cup, you could do it right then and there. So that works as well. And it's just gonna be a bunch of people down here, and just understand what goes on as well. The city hosts some events, but no social media presence, so we can attend such entrepreneurial workshops. Can social media improve? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we host events. I think the problem is that we don't do them virtually as much anymore because, the fact is we don't have the staff. You have when we were doing it virtually, everybody was focused on virtually. The problem is that it's kind of hard to turn it off. It's like when we have people working on those things, they're working on them, in person. So like we have various events. It's just hard to be able to do both. But I will pass that on. Gloria wants to know what happened last night at Beaumont and Howard Foss Drive with the police. That's not the city of Savannah, so I don't know. That is one street over, I think, Damascus Road, and then you go to Beaumont. So I think that's just Chatham County. So it's probably not our police. So I don't know what was going on. What other questions do we have? What else y'all want to know? What else is going on? Maxine, like, oh, so their cousins like 8 p.m. Yeah, I don't mind doing 8 p.m. The problem is that some days I'm going to be late, and I don't know whether it's worth it for those days I'm going to be late that we're turning around and y'all are mad at me because I'm late. Because, now that it's more daylight outside, people, they're just having more events. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. So I'll see what the Lord tells me to say. But now we got all of the people doing that. The Fair Housing Council, we're looking forward to restarting that. Of course, it takes a cash outlay. I will tell you that this is the second year of the American Rescue Plan. Um, and so I was on a press call today with the White House. The White House asked me to talk about what the American Rescue Plan did for Savannah. And as you know, we had $55 million, $55.5 million we received directly from the Biden administration and Congress for the American Rescue Plan. And it was a game changer for parks and recreation, for public safety, for housing, and for our Back to Basics program. We were really excited about the opportunity to be able to do that. Dolores wants to know any updates. What's happening at Savannah Mall? No, I don't know. Like I said, it was bought by a private buyer that has, this cryptic LLC. So, I don't know what the deal is with that. So, yeah, I don't know any more about that. Are there any plans or projects concerning Carver Village? No, not necessarily. Carver Village is now a historic community, and so as a result, um, you know, the goal is their preservation. So, and we wanted to be very clear when we were building the arena that Carver Village would not be gentrified, that it would be protected. So, no major plans or projects. As you notice, we're improving lighting around Carver Village. We are improving the canal, deepening the canal, widening the canal to improve water flow in and around Carver Village. But the goal was again to be able to insulate Carver Village from the development across Stiles Avenue. So I hope that answers your question, Pastor. But we want people to improve their homes. We want them to engage in that. We want those lots purchased by people who are going to live there and not by equity firms. Someone was talking to me, complaining the other day about, how the neighborhood was bought up. Well, the neighborhood wouldn't be bought up if y'all didn't sell. Hey, Margarita, good to see you. I mean, people want to blame us for that. I mean, you can't blame us for people selling property and what they feel like is worth. And the problem is oftentimes they don't know the value of what they have. Good to see you, Beverly. Thank you for joining us. They don't recognize the value of what they have because in many cases they didn't buy that property. Grandmama and granddaddy bought that property. They built that property. They maintained that property. And so although the value of it might be low, if somebody's offering you double what your property is worth, if they offer you double than what you know your property is worth, then that is what the property is really worth. And you selling it for somebody to turn around and do the same things you could do with it and then be able to sell it or rent it at a profit, that's the problem. That's the problem. God as Linda Wild Bryan says, God is not making any more land. Land is an appreciable asset. When we talk about wealth and historically talked about wealth, we were not talking about cash. We were talking about land. When you look at people around, people who have made money or historical families that have had wealth, there's been wealth because they had the land. And so the land is important. So if you're a homeowner, the land is the asset. The land is a collateral, and you could do some of the same things that people could do. I remember when the prostitutes used to walk up and down Jefferson Street. Don't ask me how I know. I just know. Not that I ever engaged, but I know that Jefferson Street like from Liberty Street all the way down to maybe Gwinnett Street was where the prostitutes hung out. Hey, Kathy, good to see you. And those were row houses that were there. They were houses there, um, and people owned it. People of color owned it, and they started selling it, not realizing that the value wasn't necessarily in the structure. The value was in the land. And now, when you look at what has been put there, you look at the value now of those homes on the same location, that you could have done the same thing if you knew the value of what you had. And so we have to be able to figure those ways to be able to do that. Aaron, I don't know. I have not seen any prostitutes on Jefferson Street in quite a while. So if you know of prostitutes on Jefferson Street, let me know, and we'll send the folks after them. I have not seen prostitutes, and I go to like the Crystal Beer Parlor, often. I don't ever see no prostitutes there, but let us know. Hey, Felicia, thank you. Matter of fact, I was at Crystal Beer Parlor, and I saw Felicia and the twins. So I think it's just important for us to remember the value of what you have. If you don't own land, then make it your point to be able to own some land. Um, and there are a variety of ways of being able to do that. Good to see Zane and your family. We send you love and the passing of your aunt, and know we're thinking about you, my sister. Um, but know the value of what you have. We have to teach our children. Um, Miss Ellie approaches you. Yeah, you gotta tell me that. But you have to know the value of what you have. You have to teach your children of the value of what they have. You know, you have to teach them that when they inherit or you pass down or you bequeath, you're bequeathing them to something that is valuable. And the fact is, it doesn't make no sense to me for them to go ahead and sell a house that they own to be able to rent somewhere else. So Miss Loretta has joined us. I was looking for you, Miss Loretta. Glad to have you here. And Zane, perhaps I'm running all over the place. So I hope I will see you. I don't know how long you're here for, but I'm hoping to see you. So let's teach people about the value of what they have. Gentrification or displacement does not occur if you don't sell. If you don't sell, the value is in the property that you have. Um, so anyway, I didn't mean to go off on that, but Pastor asked me a question and it had me thinking. So um, Carver Village is a historic property. It was built for a very specific purpose. And this is where families, um, were born and raised, and people lived out their dreams. I mean, yes, there's cinder block houses, but you can renovate those houses. And if you can't, then you own it and lease it to somebody else. Do the same thing other folks would do. But the problem is you have equity firms that are buying up these properties, and they're buying them and doing all other kinds of other things with them for us. So that's not what we want. We want people in houses, and that's the important thing. So, any other questions? Anything else you have? Well, that's right. Felicia says she's from Lana Street. I'm a Carter Street kid myself. So I'm going to put that on there for Carver Village. So any other questions, anything? 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 Well, then while y'all are waiting, y'all can go ahead and click on that. And go ahead and like my new page. Go ahead and like it. I want you to like it. Like my page if you don't mind doing that. I'd appreciate it. Kathy is from Wexler. Kenneth is from Carver. Rich is from Hadley Street. That was across the street. My grandmama used to throw newspapers. That's how I knew where Hadley Street was. All right, so Ms. Barbara says there's 2 people who've signed up for the workshop for Friday Night Live. Anybody else? This is the final call. You're going to see me next Friday. I'm going to try 9. I'm going to try 9 o'clock because St. Patrick's Day is going to have me messed up. So I have to do 9 next week, or I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to break the streak 2 days before we turn 3 years old. All right? But if you're interested, Ms. Barbara Kaufman, go ahead and let her know now. There is a mental health awareness event on the 25th, and I'm paying for up to 8 Friday Night Livers who want to go. You have to inbox Barbara Kaufman. You have to inbox her and let her know you're a Friday Night Liver and you want to go. And she'll let me know, and I will pay for you to go. We're going to support her. We know that mental health is real. All right? So that is correct. So Carol is throwing down the history, and it was. I mean, Carver Village was created to provide affordable housing, which is what we're trying to do now. Okay? So, all right. Well, I want to let you know how much I thank you for 155 weeks, for 1,087 days, for 2 years, 11 months. You all have rolled with me. You've stuck by me, and I appreciate you for all that you have done. I appreciate you. Diana has shown up just before we got off, so I'm happy about that because I was going to wonder where she was. But I'll let you know, hey, we do this together as well, and I appreciate you. Dr. Larry Murray has joined us. I am beyond honored. Have Dr. Murray on with churches in Hinesville and in Savannah. So it's good to see you, sir. And good to see Lucille Bacon on as well. So God bless you all. I appreciate you hanging out with me. 155 weeks. We're getting to 156 weeks, which will be 5, 10, 15, 2, 4, 6. So next week will actually be our 3rd year anniversary, and so I'm excited about it. Thank you all so much for joining us. God bless you all, and let us be safe, and let us be Savannah strong. Good night, everybody. Love you too, Pastor Murray.